The Nokia 900. It's a phone which is bulky. It had a whopping 32 gigabytes of storage back in 2009. It had two stereo speakers that you could put like this under your chin and listen to music and enjoy it actually. Oh, plus, if you open the back, it had a micro SD card support as well. So what exactly could be the successor to this? Well, Nokia came up with this, the Nokia 9. But I mean, it was excellent and all that. But look, it has a keyboard. This one didn't. Except if you were lucky enough and got a Nokia 950 for yourself, which was the true successor of this, but never got released to the public. I hate you, Mr. Elop, for doing that. Anyway, the N9 didn't become the true successor to Nokia 900 because of the lack of the keyboard and all the tactile feel you should get when you're typing and all that. So still, a lot of people prefer the 900 to use instead of the Nokia 9 because they basically used even the same chip, except that this one was clocked at 600 megahertz. The other one was, the Nokia 9 was clocked at 1 gigahertz. But I always had this one overclocked at 1.1 gigahertz, so I mean, still the same thing. But that one had a completely different operating system with different, I mean, it was all modern and everything. So I basically moved to that. But still, 2900s, so it's still a great phone into my eyes. Although it still has a lot of, I mean, it used to have a lot of weaknesses back in the day when it was new. So back to the main point. What was the true successor of Nokia 900? So Nokia 950, you would say. Well, it's not released to the public, so your argument is invalid. Unless today you get a Jolla phone for yourself, this bad boy here, and then buy this for it, which is the TOHKBD, or Keyboard Otherhalf, or the Other Half keyboard, whatever you want to call it, I don't mind. It works with magnets. It doesn't have spring-loaded stuff that breaks. It works with magnets straightforward. It doesn't break that easily unless you want to break it, that's different. If I want to break it down, it came as basically a three-piece construction. Three-piece, right? Well, that was a problem actually, because it should be a two-piece construction that you get from Funky Otherhalf, Kimo, Derek, and Andrew. But anyway, it came for me like this. There are traces of glue here and here that should probably stick them together, but didn't work, I guess. And but it's no problem. I mean, I just put it down and it works. So yeah. But I could get a closer look at the actual PCB that the phone, the other half has been shipped in. It has the NFC chip, of course, for the phone to recognize everything about it. It has 6 connectors, which I don't understand. Well, 2 of them are for electricity, 5 volts or 5V something. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, but 6 connectors. And then they translate into 6 connectors here or 6 connectors over there, depending on which orientation you want to hold the phone. So I put this one back in here. Oh yeah, well, I could actually say that this thing has 4 magnets, very strong magnets. It could actually hold the phone onto the refrigerator. I would want to show that to you as well. Yeah, so I just put this back in casually, as you do, and then connect it to my phone easily. For the first time when you connect it, it downloads a software and an ambience so that your phone will look like this basically. And no, I do not have a software update. I don't know why it's saying that. Anyway, so those 6 pins will translate to these 6 plates, basically golden plated plates. golden. And you can just use these magnets, 4 here, 2 here, to connect them together, and then it holds the phone strongly in place, and then you can type easily. It has backlit, so you can easily read in the night, so you can see which button you're actually pressing. But it's not a really impressive backlight that they put underneath here, because it bleeds. But I mean, it gets the job done. It doesn't show a high quality thing that you see here, because it's really, really high quality, even in compared to the Nokia 900 here that I have. They both, I mean, yeah, the N900 is a little bit more, is a little bit softer to press the buttons, but on this they're more firm, they're more tactile, and they don't feel they're gonna wear off that easily, which is really nice in my opinion. I've been using this for about a month or less, or so, something like that. I can't remember which date exactly I got this, but it's been performing good. It gets 2 or 3 days or more to get used to it when you are actually starting to type on it. It's not the easiest thing to get used to, but because I mean, if you're used to typing on a touch screen, of course, pressing a button requires more pressure, and then requires a different muscle memory and everything. So yeah, it takes a long time. But all in all, it's a good construction, unless you mind your phone being thick for your pocket. Because when you put this in your pocket, it's exactly like a brick in your pocket. You will feel every corner of it on your legs. As creepy as it sounds, it's too thick. It's too bulky. The N900 was bulky as well, but see, it has rounded corners, so it doesn't bother you. And it's small. Look, it fits in the screen of Jolla, almost. So it's, yeah, it's bulky, but it's geeky. I love it. And here I can give you a closer look at the Keyboard Otherhalf, which is connected to my Jolla phone. You can easily detach or attach it. If you have the phone on, you can see when I detach it, it says keyboard removed. I don't know if it was visible on the camera. Maybe if I take the brightness down to 0, it might be more visible. If I connect it, it will say, yeah, it didn't show, but it says keyboard connected. And if I want to type something, I could just go ahead and type my name. I mean, it's not as fast as typing on a touch screen, especially if you're holding the phone with one hand like so. It's gonna be a lot more different experience in that era. But it's good enough for being geeky and being old school a little bit. The buttons are tactile enough, and they are responsive enough as well. Not the first 2 days. The first 2 days get a little bit of more, get more pressure to activate the buttons. I don't know. Some of them required more pressure. I don't know why. I don't really get the reason. But probably some calibration or something. I don't know. And if I cover the light sensor, the ambient light sensor, I can show you the backlight as well. It's not the most consistent backlight you'll ever see. I mean, it bleeds from here a little bit, and some buttons don't even get lit up. For example, here, or number 7 if you look. Well, if it's nighttime, you will definitely see every button with these. So the whole feel of the keyboard is amazing, I would say, because it really reminds you of Nokia N900, which had a little bit of softer keyboard, I would say, easier to type on, easier to get used to. But I mean, this is a manufactured phone by Nokia, which is produced in high quantities, and this thing is only produced in, well, not that much of a high quantity. It's a 3D printed plate with a carbon fiber plate on top, and then the keyboard, which is made by Andrew Gillin, who's a very nice guy. Actually, I met him. And this part as well is made out of the 3D printed material. The PCB inside is indeed high quality. I can just show you like this, a close-up look at the NFC and all the other connectors, these 6 gold-plated connectors, which then transfer the data from here back and forth to these, and then eventually to the connectors on the phone, these 6 I2C connectors. And easily pops back in, which again, it shouldn't happen. It should be glued in place, but I mean, it didn't work out properly in shipping or something, so it's all good. It works. That's all I'm looking for. And then easily connect the magnet straps, and you're golden. So yeah, this has been a quick look at the Funky Otherhalf Keyboard Otherhalf. Again, I could call it, or just the Keyboard Otherhalf, or the funky, bulky keyboard. I don't know. You could call it anything you like. TOHKBD. And I hope you liked this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll leave a comment down below. What do you think? Is it like, does it fit your taste, or is it too bad, or is it too good, or does it remind you of the olden days, and things like that? Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Peace. And then you can just connect the keyboard using 2 other magnets that are inserted into the 3D printed material here, that will hold the phone into place very securely. Yeah, it called someone as well. Don't turn this down again, please. I beg you. I beg of you. Please don't. Just hold on to this, and you know. Alright. Okay. So yeah, it works with magnets, and I can't stop laughing. It just went to crap. Okay. And you just use magnets to What?